Breaking news overnight. The View co-host Whoopi Goldberg suspended for 2 weeks for her comments about the Holocaust.
We're going to
show
keep...
ever.
Girl, please stop talking. Please stop talking right now.
I'll relive it. Themselves.
Turn on the television, girl.
Where are you going? Where are you going?
I'm leaving y'all.
It seems like The View is finally over after Whoopi Goldberg was accused of damaging the reputation of the show because of her unprofessional behavior. Worse, her co-hosts are finally calling it quits, especially after they had been arguing with each other every single episode. Fans also pointed out how toxic Whoopi is and how her over-the-top comments and rude actions towards her co-hosts, guests, and the audience and her actions have continued to put The View in hot water. Turns out, her co-hosts also felt the same and decided to put a stop to Whoopi's entitlement once and for all. So, how did Whoopi react? Let's find out. Whoopi and her co-host on the talk show The View used to have a very playful and fun relationship. In fact, this is the reason why a lot of viewers love and enjoy watching the show. Well, that is, until Whoopi started arguing with everybody, and soon enough, The View became one of the most problematic talk shows out there. As a result, fans started calling for the cancellation of the said program and even complained that the management was not doing enough and allowed the host to act the way they wanted on national television. On top of this, viewers also noticed that there had been a pattern of apology from Whoopi's side, and while she would repeat countless times that she would no longer commit the same mistakes in the past, she would fall into a cycle of repeating the very actions she said she would never do again.
I regret my comments, as I said, and I stand corrected.
And at this point, fans had enough and wanted to cancel the program because of Whoopi's toxic behavior. However, viewers believe that it would take so much more to remove someone like Whoopi who clearly thinks she is invincible. A fan pointed this out and wrote, "The problem is when you think you are invincible. Whoopi walking off the show clearly indicates how arrogant and ignorant she really is. In fact, Whoopi had been accused of disrespecting her co-hosts on the show multiple times. One of them was Meghan McCain, who had a very heated argument with Whoopi during one episode. Things took a very wrong turn after Whoopi became impatient with McCain when she became embroiled in crosstalk with The View co-host Sunny Hostin in what was ostensibly a debate over the impeachment of then-President Donald Trump.
Girl, please stop talking. Please stop talking right now. Because you know what?
No
What's
problem.
happening? Thank you.
While the audience was expecting the banter to be quick and nothing personal, they were proven wrong after it turned into a heated blow-up where McCain, once again, accused her fellow panelists of trying to silence a conservative voice. Now, here's how things escalated. When Meghan tried to justify her comments, Whoopi suddenly interrupted her and told her to shut up. Yep, you heard that right. And as if that were disrespectful enough, Whoopi was obviously not feeling a bit of remorse for her actions, especially after she had the audacity to tell Meghan to stop talking twice. Of course, Meghan didn't let her have her way and called her out. She even threatened the host that she would not talk for the entire show if she continued to disrespect her. In a tweet, Meghan also addressed the incident, saying, "Pretending half the country doesn't exist won't make them disappear. The culture war is real, and Americans who aren't part of the overwhelmingly anti-conservative media deserve to have their views represented." Fans were all supportive of her sentiments, and then they joined her and called out Whoopi for the stunt she pulled. A fan wrote, "How ironic that your views are suppressed on a show called The View," suggesting how problematic the show is as a whole. After the incident, fans pulled out an interview with the New York Times in which Whoopi seemingly suggests that she sees the program as nothing more than another paycheck. Maybe this explains why she keeps behaving unprofessionally whenever she clocks in for the program. And yes, this is not the last of all her awful actions in the show, because she will do so much worse in the coming months. For instance, she once called out her co-host, Sunny Hostin, for allegedly being too candid about her personal story. Well, for the record, it seems like Whoopi is the only one who had problems with Sunny, and everyone was being patient and respectful. Oh, I forgot, Whoopi is everything but that. This was after Sunny spoke up about learning that her parents got married just 15 days after she was born, while talking about their relationships and level of honesty with them. She spoke more candidly about her discussion with her mother, admitting that she had been ashamed of it, embarrassed by it. This is where Whoopi comes in and makes matters worse after she jokes, saying, "And now you're telling everybody." Her co-host laughed, to which Sunny retorted, "Yeah, she's better now." But wait, there's more, because this is not the last time she acted very insensitively towards her co-host. At most, fans believed that she felt superior to them and thought she could do anything just because she was Whoopi Goldberg. In another episode, she and Sunny got into another round of banter while the panelists were discussing something about artificial intelligence. The discussion heated up after Whoopi instantly criticized Sunny's claim that Tesla cars are AI, which set off the argument. Sunny defended her remarks by stating, "That's why I prefaced this with, how are you all defining AI? Because some people define AI that way, basically suggesting that everyone has their own understanding about the matter." Whoopi didn't like it and continued bombarding Sunny with uncalled-for advice as if she knew everything. She also had another argument with one of the co-hosts. This time, it's with Joy Behar. Don't get the wrong idea, these two used to be best buddies, but now they're not. The topic came up during the filming of The View, and Joy admitted that she was happy after getting booted from the program back in 2013. She explained that there was no longer any reason to stay because all my friends had already left. Whoopi appeared perplexed about her comment, but Joy added that it took place at the start of their professional partnership, saying, "You had merely entered, and my friends from backstage had left." While the conversation remained neutral, it shifted after Whoopi started arguing with the other person because of the prior comments. She did clarify that the on-screen scuffle was a misunderstanding and should not be taken seriously, but fans know better. There was also a time when she walked out of the show, and at this point, viewers are sure Whoopi thinks she is entitled to this every single time she feels attacked or disrespected, not thinking that she is also being hostile to those around her. They were discussing Miranda Lambert's recent criticism of concertgoers who were taking pictures on July 15th during her residency event in Las Vegas. They pointed out how the White Liar singer should accommodate her fans, saying that she would snap as many selfies as she wished if they were made to pay $757 for tickets. Whoopi echoed this, saying, "You know what? Stay home. If you're going to spend $750 to come to my concert, then give me the respect of watching me while I do my thing, or don't come." While nothing was out of the ordinary, Whoopi suddenly stood up and walked away from the round table in the middle of the studio. Of course, everyone was shocked and confused. When her co-host asked her where she was going, she answered, "I'm going over there, guys. I absolutely need to capture a photo with this incredible 91-year-old woman. So, let's take a selfie. Just me and you. Will you push that button? We'll be right back."
They paid money for the tickets. They came to see her. So if she's singing, at least a little respect.
Obviously, she was throwing an absolute shade, not to mention causing such inconvenience to her co-host and the entire team by pulling the stunt. Speaking of the team, Whoopi also called out one of their producers because she was upset about something. This was after a producer cut her during a rant for a commercial. Whoopi felt offended by getting interrupted and even called out the producer by demanding him to talk louder for everyone in the studio and at home to hear more clearly. Of course, Whoopi had to fire back and even openly called out the producer during the show, who was obviously just doing their job. Fans shared how disgusting her attitude was with comments such as, "The opening greeting is eat talking? We're so rude to interrupt her brunch," and Whoopi, could you not put something in your mouth before taking the stage, flooding the internet? While these actions might be over the top, there are a few more incidents that take the cake. One of them was when she called an audience member old broad during a live show. Yes, a live show. The drama unfolded at the very beginning of the show. All the hosts came out to take their seats in front of a very happy audience when one particularly enthusiastic member shouted at the Oscar-winning actress, Entertainment Weekly first reported, and Whoopi exploded right after. It's understandable that she is upset about the comment, but I think we can all agree that there's a proper time and place for such unruly behavior, and sometimes being the bigger person is the most professional thing to do. But Whoopi never learned her lesson. Fans even suggest that she feels untouchable just because she never really gets reprimanded for her actions. Yes, she was suspended for 2 months after her sensitive comments about the Holocaust, but that's it. As a result, fans are calling out the management for not handling the situation any better and for giving Whoopi and the other hosts such a platform to act disgracefully. Fans are even asking for the show to be canceled altogether, saying them canceling the show is the best thing the network has done in years. While another added, "We can only pray that this will be the end of a horrible and hateful era of television. Go away for good." There are also viewers who think removing Whoopi from the roster is good enough. This fan said, "She is another above the law but will crucify anyone she disagrees with. Time to go, girl." So far, there has been no update about the status of the show, but I think we can all agree that if this behavior continues, ABC should really rethink its choices. Better yet, rebrand the entire program and hire a much better suited host who will embody the show's principles. How about you? Do you think Whoopi should step down from her post? Let us know in the comments below. Also, make sure to give this a like and subscribe to the channel for more.